Me, oh my. It's so beautiful now outside. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Not a cloud in the sky. I feel like I'm rhyming. Maybe I'm not. Hello, YouTube. How are you doing? What a glorious, glorious day. It's beautiful outside. I want to go home and just do nothing and maybe go outside and walk around and stuff. Oh, man. I think I'm going to make a response video to, obviously, Ben. He had a video talking about missing the old days of YouTube. I may not have been on the old days of YouTube. I had an account then, and I was a consumer then, but I think I have a couple things to say. I agree with him on a lot of different things. I think it's the fangirl thing. That's interesting. He talks about how he misses it whenever there was no lines for autographs or fangirls who couldn't control themselves. It's a pretty interesting video. He was tweeting about it a lot too. Anyway, if you can, I'll put the link in the description. Go check it out, this video. It's got some interesting things to say. Some things I agree with, some I don't know if I agree with. But I think that's what's awesome about being humans. We all have the right to think for ourselves and to think a certain way, and we can come up with our justifications for those thoughts. But he's definitely got some interesting things to say. It's kind of weird to be doing stuff with YouTube now that it would seem there are so many people who have so many bad things to say about the way YouTube is now. Not bad things to say about YouTube, but very opinionated things to say about YouTube. And it's weird because I guess it's the same with everything. When you become more a part of it or a part of the ecosystem, then you start to realize the ins and outs and the way things work, and you start to see things that don't seem to be right. For instance, a year ago, I would have looked at YouTube and the content that I was looking at, or whatever, I sat there and thought, man, what a perfect society, what a perfect community, everybody gets along. Now that we've kind of been a part of it for a little while, we're not really anything big or anything to talk about or anything as far as like, I don't know. Being a part of it just for this little bit that we have, a lot of people have a lot of things to say. A lot of people are disgruntled with either one another or the community or something. I don't know. It's kind of not scary, but it's interesting to think about. Because I live in a way that I want to see everyone succeed. I want to see everyone get what they want in life. And I want, if I can contribute to that and help them get there, I'll do that. But I don't know, it seems like there are some people who want to hold people back. Or maybe think that they aren't good enough. But they don't offer any input. They don't say what you could do better. They don't say how you could fix it. They just sit there and complain and say, well, this person doesn't do it right, or this person sucks now, or this person is whatever. I don't know. I like constructive criticism. Like, criticism in general can be hard to take. Constructive criticism also can be hard to take because it's like someone saying, you suck, or your videos suck. Then that is criticism. Constructive criticism, would be, your videos aren't good. What if you were to do it this way? What if you were to do it that way? Why are you doing it this way? It helps you to think and wonder. I actually remember Idoki Films, Ian, to me, he's like one of my buddies. He's a buddy of mine. I like him. He's cool. But he actually called me out one time about thumbnails. Whenever I was making, I say putting more effort, but it was more redundancy. Whenever I was making thumbnails to our videos, and it was a screen capture of part of the video, and it would have text over it. And the text always was the same as the title. So it was kind of redundant. I didn't really think too much of it. I was just kind of like, oh, it pops a little bit more. Maybe it does. Maybe it did. I don't know. Maybe I should start doing that again. But he called me out on it and asked me, why do you do that? Why do you put the same text of the title in the thumbnail? And I remember thinking to myself, I don't know. I don't know why. I just kind of thought that was a way of doing things. I don't know. I really do not know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of figuring it out. I have to go inside. My wife's calling me.
Lachlan, be careful. You don't fall. You can't stand on that. Lachlan has a little rash. So we're at the doctor's office. Poor thing. Well, we just got out of the doctor, and Lachlan has roseola, which is the correct way to pronounce it, because that's how the doctor said it. Right, Lachlan? See his little rash? He's all blotchy and red. Poor little thing. But the rash shouldn't bother him. If it does, she said coconut oil will help. And he has a second rash. He has 2 rashes right now. One is the roseola. She thinks the other one is probably also roseola, but it looks like broken blood vessels, and I can't remember what she called it. But she said that it can mean a lot of different things. And so we had to do blood work. They had to swab his little throat to see if he has strep throat, which he doesn't, thank goodness. Yeah. And then they had to do blood work. They had to take blood out of his little tiny arm. And he cried so much, and it was so sad, and I hated it. It was like torture. But she's nervous about it because it could be an autoimmune disease, or it could be a lot of different things. So she wanted to do blood work just to rule out anything worse. So we'll find that out tomorrow. It's been a long week. I am so tired of having a sick baby, but right now he's playing, so, you know, thank goodness. He seems to feel a lot better. He does have a sore throat, which she said is probably from the roseola and having, like, swollen glands and stuff. And that's also why he's been choking a lot on his food when he eats, and probably why he doesn't really want to eat is because he has a sore throat. Anyways, I think the worst part of being a mom ever is whenever you have to go to the doctor and they have to stick them with needles and swab their throat and stuff, and you have to hold them down while they do that. And it's like assisting in torture. It's awful. I'm not having a good day. Lachlan seems to be fine now. He's moved on to bigger and better things, but anyways, I hope everybody else is having a better day than us.
Just think, it was all nice and warm yesterday, and now we got icicles hanging off our branches. Poor tree.